Hey friends, I'm Nettie Walters. We are stuck inside in this winter storm. I don't have a proper tripod, so my phone is at the wrong angle for your screens. I don't even have a yoga mat. We're just gonna show up in the practice and do the best we can. Remember that yoga is not meant to cause any physical harm or push you past any personal limitations. I don't know you, your history, or your practice, so it's really up to you to come inside, take that approach of self-inquiry and a beginner's mindset and decide if any of the postures I'm offering for you today are for your benefit or if you need to skip them or leave them to the side or take modifications. So we'll start in child's pose, wide knees, grand toes together, and just walk the hands out in front of you. Maybe elbows rest on the floor, and we'll bring the third eye to the floor. You can rock the forehead left to right, especially with these weather changes. This can be very soothing. And we'll begin to notice the breath. In yoga classes, the breath that I like to offer is Ujjayi Pranayama. That's breathing in and out of the nose with a slight constriction in the back of the throat, the pit of the belly in and up, and the torso, the base of the torso, your pelvic floor in and up. So the main three bandhas engaged. And the inhale is like mimicking sucking through the straw, except the lips are sealed and we're breathing in through the nose. And the exhale is like fogging up a mirror or a window on a cold winter's day with our breath, except again, the lips are sealed. We breathe in through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat, and breathe out, same hugging in the back of the throat. And then maybe see if you can turn your palms upwards and bring your pinky fingers together. It's a gesture of receptivity. Softening in the shoulders, dropping any masks you might be wearing, releasing the jaw, heavy, heavy hips, all the spaces that you know you love to hold tension, just relaxing and releasing the best you can before we begin movement. If you like to set intentions for your class, you're welcome to do that here. Inhale, place the palms down. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Slowly come to rise, chin comes to rise last, and we'll soften the shoulders down the back. Hands can rest on the thighs. We'll lead with the heart space. Inhale, puff up the chest. Maybe lift the gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the upper back. Maybe a slight tuck of the tailbone. We'll inhale, cow-like posture. Exhale, cat-like back. Just start to find a rhythm, moving around the breath, allowing the breath to be your priority today. And come neutral spine, hands and knees, quadruped. This is quite the same as downward facing dog if that's a challenging posture for you. Knees are under the hips, elbows are under the shoulders, hands are probably a bit wider. We draw up in the belly, lifting the heart. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. The same drawing in the pelvic floor, the pit of the belly in and up. The lower ribs knit together like we're zipping up a corset. Then the head hangs heavy. You can shift about in the feet here, maybe walking your dog, as they say. And we'll bring the toes a little bit closer together. Generous bend in the knees. Move the knees to the left. The intention here is to open the side body, and then move the knees to the right. So a big opening in the side body, head remains heavy. And we'll come back to center. Start to draw your shoulders up to your ears, like you're shrugging your shoulders up, up, up. I don't know kind of motion. And then slide the scapula down the rib cage. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Draw them together. So scapular retraction, your shoulder blades are moving up and down the back of the spine. If this is like really challenging for you, that's quite normal. We can get a lot of stuck fascia here. And we'll find some stillness. Downward facing dog, heels descend. Head is heavy like a ripe fruit. We'll shift the weight into the left foot. Move your right foot forward. Lower the left knee. Low crescent lunge. On an exhale, move your hips back. Straighten your front leg. Toes towards the sky. Maybe point and flex a bit here. Move your hands backwards as much as you need to maintain even hips. And then we'll take the foot left to right like a windshield wiper, massaging the fascia and the back of the heel. Walk your hands forward. Left hand comes wide, right hand to the thigh or up towards the sky. Make a claw or a light fist with your right hand, circle the wrist. And reverse. And as you place your right hand down, place it to the inside of the right foot. We'll come off the back knee onto the back heel. Quarter turn towards the left. Skandasana, half squat. Sinking the hips. Hands can remain heavy on the mat or the floor. You want to float your heart over your pelvic bowl. So it's really shifting the weight back. Maybe gently guiding the right knee out to the side with the with the outer arm, the tricep. We'll turn back towards the short edge of the mat if you're using one. Downward facing dog. Let's reconnect with the breath, in through the nose, out through the nose if that's available to you. Shift the weight into the right foot, left foot steps forward, low crescent lunge. Noticing where you're feeling the stretch. I'll walk backwards into your half split. Hands move as much as you need to. Always softness in the back of your knee, no matter what pose you're in. We'll point and flex the front foot. Your back foot, your toes can be tucked under for stability, or you can untuck your toes and press the top of your foot into the floor or mat. See if you can maintain even shoulders, even hips. Windshield wiper the foot left to right, really putting some pressure on the back of the heel, almost like you're pinning the skin between the bone and the floor. Meet in low crescent lunge, right hand wide, left hand to the thigh or up towards the sky. Make that light fist, a little claw-like action with the hands, circle out the wrist. And reverse. And we'll come into Skandasana left side. As the left hand plants, comes to the inside of your left foot. Tuck the toes under, draw off the back knee, rotate onto the right heel, shift the weight back so that your heart can move over your hips. Notice where you feel the stretch on this side of your body. Take an inhale. We'll walk towards the short edge of the mat, the front of your mat, downward facing dog. So step, hop, or float this front foot back. Here, really strong in the arms, pushing down through your fingertips. Shift the weight to the left foot, three-legged dog, raising this right heel any amount. Maybe now pointing and flexing or circling out the right ankle. And then bring your knee into your chest. Big exhale, hollow out the body. Three-legged dog, right side. Step the right foot forward between the hands. We'll keep the knee high this time, but the hands are planted. Low crescent lunge, but a little more load. Notice the difference in the front of the hip. Plant the left knee, straighten your front leg, toes up towards the sky. Shift your weight forward, right hand up. Maybe lift the back knee. Right hand to the inside of the right foot. Quarter turn towards the left, Skandasana. Maybe challenge your balance. We'll come back towards the top of the mat, plant the hands. Move through our first Vinyasa. Option to always skip these or any posture that doesn't suit you. Front foot back, high plank, knees up or down. Push up, knees up or down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, left side. Take a moment to mobilize the ankle. Big inhale, load the hands. Exhale, knee to nose or knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low crescent lunge. Option to keep that back knee up this time. Noticing the difference in the right front hip crease. Plant the right knee, straighten the front leg, toes towards the sky, half splits. Shift your weight forward, right hand wide, left hand towards the sky. Challenge yourself, maybe lift the knee, any amount off the mat. Really pressing through that back heel. Skandasana, left side. Take your time in these transitions. Transitions are sacred. Find your breath. Come into that low crescent. Step the front foot back. Vinyasa will meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Extended mountain pose. Strong mountain. Really engaging your entire body. Let's take some time here to shift our weight around. Like if you could be on the roads, maybe traveling on a bus and you're having to stand, there's no seat. That bus gets jostled around, potholes, speed bumps. Where would you feel really sturdy? Maybe play with your toes. Are they facing 12 o'clock? For you and your bone structure, do they need to be pointing out a bit? Maybe even close your eyes. You can rock in all directions. And then take a peek down at your feet. Regardless of what any yoga teacher has told you, where do you feel steady? How far apart are your feet? How close together? What direction are they facing? And then from here, we'll lift the arches of the feet, kind of wrapping the outer shins in, drawing the energy inward. Lift your kneecaps. You want the tailbone coming straight down as the pubic bones rise. So we're engaging those two bandhas. Shoulders are soft and back. The backs of your shoulder blades are tacked onto your rib cage, but your front ribs are knit together. So it's almost like that two-directional tensional pull. Eyes elbows shining forward. Hands are intentional always, feet as well. Spread the toes out. And come back up, chin back to the throat. Find your breath. Now there's really grounding energy in the lower half of the body. This lightness of being, your expression in the upper half of the body. With that, inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. I like to grab my left wrist, lift my heart, and take a big side bend, a big crescent lunge. Open throat chakra. Inhale, extended mountain, just switch the inner legs. Lift the heart, tailbone down, butt cheeks are squeezing. Side bend to the left, not splaying out in the rib cage. The ribs are the same, left to right. Extending the arms if that's available to you, staying with your breath. Inhale, extended mountain. Take a side back bend. I like goddess arms. Tailbones down, butt cheeks are engaged. We're not dumping in the low belly. Low belly's in and up, lifting the heart, maybe lifting the gaze. If it's helpful to you, you can take your hands to your back pockets, your imaginary back pockets, and support your pelvic girdle. And we lift the heart and release the weight of the head backwards. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, tiny little baby chair here. Remember that jostling around on the bus. Where do you feel sturdy? I want inhale, extended mountain again. Really find that strong mountain structure. Exhale, chair. Take the fingertips straight out from your shoulders. You saw that slight scooping in the tailbone here. Draw the shoulder blades back. Lift the thumb straight back behind you. Notice how much your range of motion increases. Let's take one more breath. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Let's not graze over this. We want a really straight spine. Even if the hands are coming to the thighs. Always a little fluidity in the knees, so some buoyancy there. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift again. Let's try that on. Exhale, fold. Just really getting to know your body today. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold to flow. Hide a little plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right side. High crescent lunge. Step the right foot forward. Left heel straight over the toes. Walk the hands up the body or swing your hands overhead. High crescent lunge. Inhale. On your exhale, plant your back heel about 45 degrees. This left hip is tracking forward. Your right heel is pulling back. Let's straighten our front leg and hinge at the hips. So the hips are in alignment, left to right, top to bottom, front to back. Maybe have your hands lightly on your front leg. Or if you have props, or you can reach the floor, go ahead and do that. Flat spine. Maybe the toes start to lift towards the nose. Plant the front foot, bend the front knee, come off the back heel. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale your hands to heart center. Left elbow, right thigh. Revolt. Find your breath. On your next inhale, transition, warrior two. It's our first time here. Notice how this feels in your body. Inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, exhale, Vinyasa. Find a little plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, left side. High crescent lunge, take your time. Where do your hands need to go to support your posture? How does this feel in the hip crease? We'll plant the right heel. Straighten the front leg. Left heel, hip dragging back. Right pressing forward, hinge. Pyramid. Can you take it further? Do you need to back off, or you're right in the sweet spot for today? If your hands are on something firm, not your body, maybe lifting the toes. Feeling this deeper stretch. Bend the foot, bend the knee. Come off the back heel. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right elbow, left thigh. Then think about those hips. They're dragging back on the left heel and the pressing forward of the right hip joint to keep the hips, the pelvic girdle stable. It's where your center of gravity is. How does that feel? Do you feel sturdy? Warrior two. Find your breath. Never stop breathing. Warrior one. It's more of a traditional warrior one foot pattern than I normally teach. And Vinyasa. Reconnect with your breath, starting to build a little more heat in the body. Notice what's already changed for you. Let's inhale together. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, strong, sturdy mountain. Extended mountain pose, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, side bend to the left. Extended mountain pose. Standing back bend. Shore up your foundation. Extended mountain. Exhale, chair. Inhale the arms forward. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Three-legged dog, right side. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lift your heart toward your thumbs. Exhale to revolve. On your next inhale, warrior two. Keep the knee where it is. Reverse. Take a breath. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Triangle, we'll reach. Hips can shift back. Arms come perpendicular. Maybe the gaze comes up. Now inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Vinyasa. Three-legged dog, left side. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. Left elbow, right thigh. Right elbow, left thigh. And warrior two. Reverse. Keep this left knee moving forward. We'll move through warrior two, straighten the front leg. Reach your hands, hips back, arms come up and down. Where are you engaging? And what are you forgetting here? What can you draw in? Where can you soften? On your next inhale, warrior one. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale together. Exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Chair pose. Can you drive through the left leg? Lift the right knee to the chest. Can you take your hands and bind around the front of your knee, shin, or foot? If you have your foot at your low belly, holding your leg in space, not your arms, maybe start to extend out. Keep breathing. Mountain pose. We'll inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, find your chair. Take the right leg, move it high up and over the left. Maybe you have a little kickstand here, or you take a single or double bind. Right arm will come under the left. You can grab for opposite shoulders, or bring the forearms together, eagle pose, single or double wrap. Extended mountain, inhale. Mountain pose, exhale. One more for the left side. Now point the right toes back behind you, hands on your hips, so you can feel where your hips are in space. Ideally, all the bony landmarks in the body are in alignment with one another. We'll start to shift the weight into the left leg. We have movement in the knee, but the muscles are engaged. So the kneecap is lifting, the hip is driving up. Flex the right foot. Hinge at the hips. Maybe start to extend the arms back for airplane. Breathe, smile. Mountain pose. Maybe shake out the left leg a little bit. Rock back and forth. It's a soothing technique. As you're ready, we'll inhale, extend the mountain, exhale, chair. Can you now shift the weight into the four corners of the right foot? Drive the leg straight as you lift the left knee. Maybe the opposite interlace at the knee. Or maybe you start to curl and round the spine and bind with the bottom of your foot. If you're here, your elbows can press into your shins. You can start to attempt to straighten the front leg. Padagustasana A. I see this a lot with the grand toe being hugged by the peace sign fingers. We'll come back to our mountain pose really gracefully. Inhale for
extended mountain. Exhale down to your chair pose. Left leg high up and over the right. Eagle. Garudasana. Left arm under. Opposite shoulders. Forearms together. Single or double wrap. Release, extended mountain pose. How's your breath? What are the qualities of your thoughts? Just gentle check-in, no judgment, no labels. Point the left toes, hands on the hips. Find the buoyancy in the knee, but engage all the muscles on the right side of the body, lower belly in and up, butt cheeks are on. Flex the left foot. Airplane or warrior three. Maybe releasing the hands back. Stay with your breath. Find your gaze. Mountain pose. Extended mountain pose. Forward fold. Let it go. Shake the head. Find that shift. Maybe a little ragdoll action here. I have my peace sign fingers hugging my grand toes like I just mentioned. Maybe my elbows start to move out to the side or I'm grabbing for opposite elbows. Allow the hamstrings to open, the entire spine to just decompress. Then we'll wiggle walk the feet out, heels in, toes out. So mats with distance, hips or shoulders distance, somewhere between. Start to sink the hips. Maybe you stay really high. Maybe you come all the way down. Maybe you're somewhere in between. And just like our Skandasana, can you get the heart to move maybe a bit backwards, so it's floating over the pelvic bowl. So you're in that true north alignment, just like our mountain pose, our Tadasana. And maybe you're drawing your intention in. So we're finding Samastiti, true north, in every posture. Let's plant the hands. Keep the feet wide. Lift your hips. Heels in, or heels out, toes in, like a wide-legged forward fold. If you have any kind of like sciatica, toes are not in. Your feet are just facing 12 o'clock. And then we'll walk the toes out again. So toes out, heels in. Sink the hips about a quarter of the way. Inhale your arms overhead, goddess pose. Goddess arms. Side bend to the right. Side bend to the left. Use an inhale to get you there and an exhale as well. Inhale, goddess. Exhale, star. So really drive through your heels, lift your kneecaps. Star pose. Extended mountain pose. We'll walk one foot in and then the other. Side bend to the right, exhale. Inhale, extended mountain. Side bend to the left. Extended mountain. Biggest standing back bend. Extended mountain. Chair, maybe the palms shine backwards. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. High to low plank. Up dog or cobra, toenails pressing into the floor, downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right side, Heel comes to the hip. You can stack the hips, but not the shoulders. Head remains heavy. Let's come through three-legged dog. Right knee, left elbow. Exhale. Three-legged dog. Triangle pose. Right foot comes forward, left heel spins to meet the mat. I'm going to stack our hips, stack your ribs, stack your shoulders. Arms are up and down. Reverse triangle. So a big cartwheel backwards. Maybe the left hand slides down the leg, or you take a half bind. Right bicep by the ear. We'll turn forward, quarter turn. Exhale to hinge. Right heel, or right toes lift, left heel off the mat. Bend in the front knee, plant the front foot, walk your hands forward, standing splits. Left foot comes behind the right foot. Pull the left hip backwards behind you. Walk your hands to the right. Let your head relax here. Bend your knees as much as you need to. There's no points in yoga for straight legs. Unwrap yourself. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chair. Hold for your in-breath. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Three-legged dog, left side. Scorpion tail, flex left foot. Your left heel comes to your right hip. We're not stacking our shoulders. My trick here is to gaze somewhere between my thumbs to make sure I'm not doing that. On your next inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, triangle foot pattern. Sacred transitions. Find in triangle for the second time on the side. We're going to use the obliques, the side body, really engage. Inhale, like a backwards cartwheel. Find your stretch. We'll inhale, warrior two, arms. Come through our pyramid. Exhale your hands down to your props or the floor. Come off the back heel, off the front toes. Really lifting and engaging in the legs. Finding the deepest stretch yet. Standing splits. Planting the front foot. Walk your hands forward any amount. Lift the back leg any amount. The upper body's relaxed here. Right foot comes to the left of the left foot. Right hip moves back, hands walk to the left. Head is heavy. Breathe. Your belly's in and up. Your neck, face, and jaw are soft. Hands can come forward. We'll undo the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chair. Extended mountain pose. Tree pose, right side. So open the right leg. Again, maybe you have a kickstand here. You walk the right leg up the inner wall of the left leg, avoiding the knee. And then take your hands wherever it suits you best. My trick for balance is always hands at hips. I love hands at heart center here. Using your hands, your arms as an expression of your heart. You can take them anywhere. We're drawing into the energetic center line of the body so that we can express out. One more breath. We'll meet in mountain pose. All of our shapes will be different. And just cycle through the breath. Tree, second side, left side. Really rooting down through the right leg, engaging the butt cheeks, pelvic floor, lower belly in and up. Finding your version of tree. For some of us, that might even be half toe. What does tree look like for you on this side? Notice how your breath has changed. We'll meet in mountain. Stand in mountain pose, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, last vinyasa, high to low plank. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Three-legged dog, right side. Right knee, right elbow. Three-legged dog. Let's take the right foot, shoot it through underneath the left armpit. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you plant your left heel, lift your left hand. Fallen star. For those of you it's in your practice, you can lift the leg that is extended out. Then we'll take the left hand, plant it on your mat, come down to your right hip, slide the legs out. You might need to bend in your knees here. This might be a very big stretch for you. Might be very accessible. We're all different. If you can, maybe come down to your elbows. If none of this feels right in your body, you need to adjust. Maybe you rest your head on your forearms. This is a big IT band stretch, the outer part of the right hip. You might feel it somewhere else. It's a little bit of a twist too, so you might feel it in your torso. You might feel it in your nerves running all the way up and down the toes, foot, and legs, hips. From here, we're going to break out of the box a little bit. On your inhale, lift your upper body if it's lowered. Turn towards the back of your mat. This right foot's going to come in like a sailboat shape. We'll inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Be mindful of the shoulder girdle here. Keep the bony landmarks of your body in alignment. We're not collapsing in on ourselves. We're also not hiking one shoulder up over the other. Inhale to rise. This right knee is going to come up towards the sky. Plant the left hand on the left side of your hip. Bring your right bicep by your ear. Reach for your toes. Long, straight body. Wherever your hand lands, it lands. Notice where you feel the stretch. This is something you're used to. And take your right hand, thumbs down, and find the bind. Wrapping your left hand behind you, thumbs down. We'll inhale to rise. Now I'll take the right leg over the left. Option to bend the left foot underneath you, lower to the fishes. Take the left hand, give yourself a big hug, or again, scooping through to take the bind. If you're not using your right hand, that becomes the length of your spine, supporting you. The gaze can be over your heart, over your right shoulder, or somewhere in between.
Drishti comes first. Unwind the body. I realize you're facing the back of your mat. Let's undo this front leg. Swing the legs back around behind you, downward facing dog. Facing the back of your mat, downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, left side. Left knee, left elbow, high plank, scoop and hollow. Big, forceful movement. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, shoot the left foot under the right armpit. Maybe suction the right foot to the floor, lift the right hand. Maybe we're lifting this bottom foot. Maybe you're taking the bind even hand to foot. So side plank, big movement. Stay with your breath. On your next exhale, right hand moves to the floor. Gently lower the right hip. Slide the right foot forward, forward to the top of your mat. The left leg out. And we're coming into this twist here. Lower to your ability, to your comfort level. Not pushing past any personal limits here. And then notice your breath again and again and again. We come back to the breath. It's a bridge between our mind and our body. Maybe you rest your head. You kind of soften in the lower body here. On your next inhale, we'll rise. We're going to turn back towards the front of our mat. So we're turning towards the right. Right leg's extended. This left knee will come in. That sailboat shape, that figure four shape. Finding our sitting bones, finding our sturdiness. Rooting down to rise. Exhale to hinge at the hips. It's a forward fold, not a collapsing in on yourself. Broad across the collarbones. Heart is shining, throat is open. And you enjoy the stretch here. Notice where you feel this, that back of your hamstring, your low back, maybe your left hip, maybe your shoulders. On your inhale, come to rise, left knee up towards the sky, right hand plants this time. Left bicep by the ear. We're going to hinge at the hips. So the tailbone moves back, and we're bringing a nice long spine forward, and the hand lands where it lands. Again, if your shoulders are super flexy and you take the bind, you can rock. Thumbs down on both sides to accomplish that. We'll inhale to rise, Lord of the Fishes. Left leg comes high up and over the right. If you can stay even on your sitting bones, you can wrap this heel in. Right hand wraps around the left, or you take the bind. Left hand keeps integrity of the spine. And then you find your drishti. Even if you're starting to close down your eyes, and come back to the breath. Inhale the gaze forward, torso follows. Both legs will come long. This next pose is more of a restorative type fish. I like to take my index finger and thumbs, scoot them around my seat, elbows walk in together. So you're kind of puffing up the chest here. This might be enough for you. For some of us, we have to sit on our hands. Elbows under the shoulders as best we can. Low belly's in and up. Puff up the chest. Maybe start to release the head back. Maybe the head touches the floor. Maybe this is quite enough for you. If you're dizzy at all, you just tuck the chin or you skip this altogether.
There should be a really elongating of the spine. We're really lifting our hearts up towards the ceiling, so there's no pinching in the low back. You can release your elbows, your hands, come down to your mat. Hands can come under the tailbone this time, making a triangle. Feet are up towards the sky. Waterfall. I bet as you're at home, you can even come against the wall. Really pause the video and stay here for as long as you'd like, if that interests you. You can rest your inner ankles together, your inner knees together. Take some load off your core by resting the weight of your heavy legs into one another. From here, we'll take the knees to the outside of the rib cage. Flex your feet. Peace sign fingers once more around the grand toes. You can also grab for the outer edges of your feet. Elbows are on the inside of your knees. Happy baby. And find some movement. Bring the soles of the feet together and the outer ankles down towards the floor. Knees open wide. If this is hard for your inner thighs or pelvic floor, I like to make fists. Just place them under my thighs. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. You're welcome to close down your eyes here. Sangha Supta Baddha Konasana. Feeling supported. Noticing the parts of your body that are touching what's beneath you. And starting to relax, knowing that you're being held. Gravity's rising to meet you. And now noticing the spaces. Your body's like a wave. You have the mass of your head, the space of your neck, mass of your shoulder girdle, the space of the small of your back, mass of your pelvic girdle. In this case, the legs are probably off the floor altogether. The ankles or feet are touching. So those little pockets of air. They're still being held, even though parts of you are not being touched. And then we'll bring our knees together. Plant your feet. Bring your feet a little bit wider, like hips width or shoulder width distance. The knees are together, feet are wider. Now with your hands, bring them out into a T shape. We're going to slowly start, like a snow angel, to bring the arms overhead. When you notice parts of your back, like your ribs, the space along your spine where your ribs are, parts of your shoulders, parts of your arms, elbows, hands are starting to lift off the floor or the mat, and they're not meant to. Stop. You found your edge. And allow the breath to wash over you, in deep into the body, out completely out of the body. And let gravity do the work here for you. Let's inhale together. Exhale, hands come down by the hips, knees up towards the ceiling. Again, like a windshield wiper, knees over to the right, nice and slow, knees over to the left. When you are even on both sides, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Make a tight little ball with your body. We're going to scrunch up our toes like we're making fists. Use the strength of your arms to really squeeze the legs into the torso. Maybe even lift your head and shoulders. Make an ugly, scrunchy face. Purse your lips. Squeeze your hands. Inhale deeply. Hold at the top of your breath. Open mouth, soft sigh. Let it all go. Savasana. We'll do one more just like that. Deep inhale. When you feel like you can't take another breath, just do it. Take another sip of air at the very top of your breath. Hold it in. Open mouth. Ha, soft sigh. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you are staying safe and warm. I invite you to stay in Savasana for as long, very long as possible. This is where all the juicy benefits of the practice come in. This is what you worked so hard for. And you don't even ever have to earn rest. We're created for rest. So give yourself permission to be here, be still. And until we meet again, I offer you many blessings.